It's April, and if you haven't made any progress, this is the best time to enter a period of focus where you work on your project and your goals for this year. And let me tell you, 6 months is all it takes. No, really, 3 to 6 months of consistently working on a project. It can be starting your own business, writing your own album, or even learning something. Now, I'm not talking about monk mode. If monk mode had actually worked for you, you wouldn't be watching this video. You don't have to cut out toxic people, stop smoking weed, drinking alcohol. You don't have to stop living. And do you really think that things like reading a book will change your life in 6 months? If yes, then what's wrong with you? So, what are the rules? Rule number 1. Self-improvement should not be your priority. Your goal should be very specific on what you will be working on all this time. These 3 to 6 months, you have to work on a project. And you don't have to work on reading a book a week or working out 2 hours a day or meditating 2 times a day. Although that is something I would highly recommend. Meditation has worked wonders for me. But my point is, these 6 months, every day should be spent on working on something meaningful, something that you want to achieve. You shouldn't be spending most of your morning doing useless morning routines. The mornings are the best time to focus, and the morning should be spent working, doing the most intense work you have for that day. Rule number 2. No stupid morning routines. Get the important shit done, and then you can move to the less important things. There's this book called Eat the Frog. It's by Brian Tracy, and he writes about this concept. Think of the work that you fear, that you don't want to do, as a frog. Now, every day you have to wake up and eat the frog. And if you don't eat the frog, the number of frogs you will have to eat the next day will be 2. And eating 1 frog is better than eating 2 frogs. So when you wake up, your morning should be spent on working on the most difficult and the most intense part. That is the number 1 productivity tip for me. It worked for me. So don't spend your mornings following stupid routines, and just do what will actually matter. Like if you have a YouTube channel, then spend your morning editing or scripting your videos. You get my point, right? Rule number 3. You can do things like journaling and meditation, and these are actually good habits that will improve your output in 6 months. But don't feel guilty if you don't. These are not your goals. These are just there to help you achieve your goals. If you don't do these things, it doesn't really matter. These are good habits, but it doesn't really matter. So don't get too worked up on whether you have meditated today or you have journaled today. It really doesn't matter. What matters is finishing the important task that actually moves you towards your goal every day. Rule number 4. Learn to adapt. No rigid schedule. Every day is different, and life does not go according to plan always. On some days, you will need to work late. Some days, you will be too tired to work. Some days, you will have to wake up early at 5 a.m. to work. So just don't think that a schedule or a routine will fix you. It really won't. Just get shit done. I think this is a mindset shift you have to make. To you, nothing else matters more than work. Prioritizing is what will be the most effective thing you can do in these 6 months. Trust me, productivity is a myth. Prioritizing is where the actual thing is. Rule number 5. Don't skip work 2 days in a row. You can skip today, but tomorrow you will have to finish today's work as well as tomorrow's work. So hold yourself accountable and be a bit mindful of whether you really want to take the day off. You have to give yourself break every week, or else you'll just burn out, and before you take off, the plane has already crashed. So it doesn't really matter. But just don't skip 2 days in a row. You're free to take breaks, of course. I mean, if your best friend is in town, leave work and go meet him, because the work can be done another time. But don't make it too often. Now, how do you apply these rules? Plan out how you want your dream life to look like in 6 months. It can be whatever you want. Then write down the things you have to do in these 6 months to achieve your goal. Now divide it into 2 parts. The first 3 months. Plan out the first 3 months first. The goals you want to achieve to halfway reach the 6 months goal. And these goals should be more specific, like getting 4,000 subs or earning a certain amount in these 3 months. You get the idea. Now work on what you are going to do the first month. Again, be incredibly specific. Now these ones should be way more specific than the 3 or 6 month goals, like 12 videos in the first month. Then figure out weekly goals. Now work on what you're going to do the first month. Again, be incredibly specific, like 12 videos in the first month. And when you get really specific about this, you have a clear idea about what you are going to do that month. This gives you way more structure. Then we come out to the weekly. Figure out what you are going to do that week, like the certain amount of videos. Be specific, write what the videos will be about and other details about the videos. Then write down what you need to do today, like literally today, now. What can you work on? It's not complicated. It makes everything very easy. Precision is the key. By doing this exercise, you are being very specific and hence reducing the chance of failure. We have a Notion template that you can get. Unfortunately, it's not free, but you can afford it. Honestly, just make one your own. It just supports the channel. See, it's not rocket science. Achieving anything in life is literally simple. You just need to know where you're getting to go, which you probably already know.